But
I also
also,
was not picking up on that.
Okay.
but also, I wanted to record and get done, and Jeff was half an hour away.
True.
It was wild that we pulled in at the exact same time.
I'm good at what I do.
Especially
You hate to
since
see
I
it.
took the wrong turn. Oh, you hate to see it.
Did you say I took the wrong turn?
No, I took the wrong turn.
That adds up for you. That happens a lot.
Well, I wanted to not have to turn around to park, and then I was told that I didn't have to do that anyway.
What?
I only have one car,
Yeah.
so whoever showed up first could park in the driveway.
That was not me.
It was not by a fraction.
Yeah.
You hate to see it. Adam,
Jeff.
Nicola,
beer.
35 hard dollar.
Why is it 35 for that? Why do I have to bring more money?
Tip.
So this week we're going to talk about some movies from July.
That we've seen, but none of us have seen all of them. Or not all of us have. Wait.
We've all seen movies. Some of us have seen the
Most
same
people
movie,
have.
and there's people that haven't seen all the movies.
Yes.
Yeah.
You just stopped, and I was concerned.
Jeff and I saw Barbie.
Yeah, not together.
We did
That'd
not.
be weird.
No one. Why is
What?
that weird?
Yeah, what's wrong with that?
Nothing.
No, you stared at his ass for 12 minutes at a fucking Snapchat.
What's wrong with staring at his ass?
What's wrong with us seeing a movie together? You just saw a movie with him.
I didn't know you guys saw it together.
We didn't. Oh my god.
We didn't see Barbie together, but we could have.
Hey, you ordering a pizza? Is that what you're doing?
No, Grace sent me a Snapchat.
What
Gross.
about pizza?
No, I don't know. Maybe.
It's my ass cheeks.
I should ask Grace if she wants to get pizza. I want pizza.
I kind of want pizza too. Anyway, so Jeff, what did you think about Barbie?
I liked it. It was fun. I'm gonna be honest. I have no idea what the fuck was going on with the plot. I did not pay attention to that shit at all. That shit was whack. Like, I know what happened, but like, could not care less.
I loved it. Plot was basically for Nick. They're in Barbie Land, and
For the Barbie, sorry.
Thank you.
it's a real place,
Oh, okay.
and the
Why are you getting so like agitated?
Didn't think it was a figment.
and well, like it's not like just a bullshit. Like Barbie Land is like a real place on the map. Like it's a country.
Oh,
Yeah. It's shaped like a heart.
it's like Themyscira.
I think it's in place of India, honestly.
I think so. Yeah, it's somewhere smack dab in the Middle East.
The Barbies and the Kens are connected to one specific doll of like one version of themselves is in our area of like real world. Like, I don't know. It's hard to explain. So Margot Robbie's Barbie is like a singular person's Barbie doll.
Okay.
It's not like the amalgamation of all Barbie dolls.
Okay.
It's like I pick up a Barbie doll. This is the Margot Robbie Barbie doll. That Barbie doll is a different Barbie doll that has its own entity.
Barbie doll.
Anyway, so Barbie, Margot Robbie, because they're all named Barbie. They're all Barbie and all
True.
Ken. And then there's Alan and
They don't have
Midge.
genitals.
They do not. In Barbie Land, the Barbies, the girls, the Barbies are in
Fuck.
charge of everything, and Kens are bullshit nothingness, and they're accessories.
Okay.
And it's basically the whole movie is like a commentary on historically how women were versus men. It's in like to an extreme point, kind of like extreme to make a point, but we all understand that it's not that far. But like the Kens in our world would be women and Barbies are men. So they come to the real world, and Ken sees how men are treated, and Barbie sees how women are treated, and so Ken goes back to Barbie Land and turns it into Ken Nation.
He literally learned of the patriarchy.
Yeah,
And he started a patriarchy.
And he
That's
started a
literally what
patriarchy.
Oh, and he loves horses.
loves
Who
horses.
doesn't?
Barbie.
Us.
And I mean, it was very funny. It was
really
really
good, yeah.
a funny movie. And
Will Ferrell was in it. You would have loved it.
the ending kind of like confused me. Like I got the ending, but like the jump from Barbie being back in Barbie Land to being like, actually, I want to be a real person and I'm going to go talk to this dead lady. Like that was like a weird like.
Yeah.
They're making a Polly Pockets movie now.
Yeah.
Oh. What are we gonna do? Fucking like Cabbage Patch
Yeah.
dolls too? And oh, really? Oh, wow.
Mattel is making movies based off all their properties.
Oh.
Didn't they know that was Hasbro?
They make bombs too, right?
Yeah, they made Midge.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I need a movie on bombs.
Oppenheimer.
There we go. Segways.
I saw Oppenheimer on my birthday.
I did not.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Just gonna do that every episode now, just to make sure.
For the whole month. It was very good, very long. For those who don't know, we bombed Japan. Spoiler alert.
It's even funnier the second time.
That one got me. It really caught me off guard. For those that didn't know, we bombed Japan. Not recently, back in the 40s.
Yeah.
We could do it again, though.
The movie was basically Oppenheimer was the father of the nuclear bomb, and he went into this as a scientist with a bunch of other scientists to make something to end all wars, and was naive and did not understand that once they had finished building the bomb, and the government took possession of it, that they had no control over it. Like, they thought it would just be like on a just in case, and we're going to bomb Germany as a just in case because they were hearing that Germany was also trying to make a bomb. And then Japan bombed Pearl Harbor, and the government...
We overreact.
And the government took the bomb and bombed Japan, and Oppenheimer at that moment realized his mistake on the whole thing and thought he was doing something to end all wars, not to have this catastrophic, morally wrong thing happen. And then, because he used to be a communist, but like that American communist stretch that was happening in the 40s, like where communism was coming to America, it was supposed to be not the same communism that Russia had, but it ended up. But it was the same communism that Russia had.
There's really only one kind.
And he left once he found out about that. But then after he built the bomb, he went through all these trials and stuff because he was a communist and they were thinking that he was going to do something against the government when he wasn't. But because of his history, they didn't believe him, and it was a whole big ordeal. And that's what the movie's... Robert Downey Jr. is in it, and I did not know that until I saw the movie.
Huh. Do you know that there was a bat bomb designed for ending World War II?
Like we bomb with bats?
Yes. So
that's called COVID-19.
Yeah.
The concept of incendiaries on bats?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Apparently that shit was 12 times more effective than normal bombing, like normal incendiary bombings. Because fun fact, the nuclear bombs were not the most deadly bombs dropped on Japan. It was incendiary bombs dropped on an incendiary bombing run on Tokyo that killed like more than both of those nuclear bombs combined.
Well, yeah. I mean, we didn't kill any civilians.
That's a lie. We 100% killed civilians.
We would never.
They told Oppenheimer that they weren't going to, and then they did.
We killed an elephant in Germany during the bombing of Dresden.
Well, yeah, we hit a zoo.
Mm-hmm. Okay. What other movies?
Saw Mission Impossible.
Why?
I was gonna save what we just saw today for last,
Yeah.
but
Be that like the Mission Impossible movies, and they're like
remember when I told you had to watch them and then you watched all of them?
yeah,
Except,
they're like only two is bad.
yeah, 2 is the only bad.
I've
Like,
told people just skip 2. Like you don't need to watch 2.
I'm gonna watch only 2 and base the entire franchise.
they're on
off of it.
Paramount Plus,
Yeah,
so
no.
you could watch it.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch the second one and then base the rest of the movies off that and never watch them.
One is pretty good.
I think one's just a classic.
One's classic. It's slow. It's like a normal spy movie. And it was in
I
'96.
remember 3.
Then two is bad. 3 is the one where he's married and with Philip Seymour Hoffman.
Right. Okay.
And that one is like the start of like what Mission Impossible is today. Then they waited a long time because it was still mediocre, and then 4 comes out of the gate and is probably
Is that the
one.
one with Jeremy Renner? That's the one with,
Yeah,
okay.
and 4 is probably that's Ghost Protocol. That's probably one of the best Mission Impossible movies. It's like top 2.
Yeah.
I haven't seen the new one yet, but
No, because there's one more after that one. There's
I don't like 5.
6.
And then Fallout is the one with Henry Cavill,
that one was really good.
and then 7 is what just came
I like
out.
5. I like Jeremy Renner in general. Like I like anything.
Yeah,
that Jeremy Renner's in.
5 to me. 5 was like they were trying to copy James Bond, so it was back to being really slow, but then having big effects
I
and big
like-
things. And I'm not a James Bond fan.
I like
so.
I like James Bond. I do like the classic spy. Like I like Hunt for Red October. I like the Tom Clancy movies with Harrison Ford. Like that's
Indiana Jones?
No, that's later.
Oh, Tom
Give us like 5
Clancy,
minutes.
not Tom Clancy's Indiana Jones.
But like that, I like that. So like that's why I really like 1. 2 has that. I think that was John Woo who directed that one.
Yep,
So it has that like
that's when they.
overdone karate. Like you go for a jump kick, cut, kick lands.
Yeah,
And then the noise happens.
like Mission Impossible 2 is basically turning anime into a live action. Like that's
very
what it
bad
is. It's terrible because that's not like the style of Mission Impossible at all. And it's a very
It could have been. They tried.
but 2 is when Tom Cruise starts doing all of his crazy stunts that he does in every movie now. 2 he
I
was
was
he
really
was
upset.
freestyle rock climbing, and that was his start.
Where's the Scientology come into it?
That's after he marries Mimi Rogers, which is after the first Mission Impossible movie, and then Mimi Rogers left Scientology, and left Tom Cruise to become crazy.
I don't know who Mimi Rogers is.
She's the actress I just worked with. She is from Austin Powers.
Oh, all right.
I have her script.
I think the Mission Impossible theme is one of the most iconic.
It's one of the greatest themes ever.
Yeah, does John Williams do that one? Or-
No, that theme was made in the 60s, man.
Was it? Okay.
Because the Mission Impossible was a TV show that ran for 7 seasons in the 60s, and then 2 seasons, 88
You're
and
not caught up.
yeah, 2 seasons, 88 and 89. It did 2 more seasons, and then the movie. And the main character of the TV show is the villain of the first movie. And he was supposed to the same actor was supposed to reprise the role, but there was I
know who you're talking.
John Voight's
Yeah.
character is the main character of the TV show, and technically the movies are canon to the TV show.
Oh, wow.
They just the main actor through conflicts, and he didn't really like becoming the villain of a franchise he's been a part of for 20 years.
John Voight.
No, not John Voight's character, the original actor, did not want to return and become the villain of this franchise he's been a part of, so he chose not to come back. So it's a recasting, it's not a reboot.
Okay.
But that character is the only continuing character from the TV show. So,
Okay. Have you ever seen Man from U.N.C.L.E.?
like once, long time, like right when it came out, not in theaters.
That's one of my favorite. Like I really am sad that Arnie Hammer turned into a cannibal and a crazy man.
He actually isn't, but
Is he not? Oh.
no, it was proved that he isn't, but because people are the way they are, he's not gonna ever come back to, because he was guilty before. You know what we did to
Yeah.
Johnny Depp, where he was
Yeah.
guilty before anything happened. We did the same thing to Armie Hammer. Just people gave a shit about Johnny Depp, and no one gave a shit about Armie Hammer.
That's good to hear because I do really like Armie Hammer. Arnie. I really do like
Arnold.
Arnie.
It's like his Arnold,
Yes.
but Arnie.
I really like him as an actor and like everything. I've seen
He's
of him.
good.
Yeah. I think I'm really sad that series, because they kind of set that up to like become
A franchise.
and it's because Henry Cavill now.
And Henry Cavill can't keep a franchise to save his life.
Yeah, fucking true. And it has what's that actor?
Speaking of which, Witcher might be canceled now.
Yeah, apparently it's super bad.
Apparently it's super bad, plus with the strikes happening, that they might just end it at season 3,
Yeah.
and Liam Hemsworth was announced as the replacement for no reason, maybe.
Poor guy.
Or I heard that there was a rumor that have they finished airing season 3?
It should be, yeah, I think.
Is Liam in it at all?
I don't know. I haven't seen it.
Oh, I heard that like the end of it, they like try and set up like the recasting, or show Liam Hemsworth, but like he does something like some magic potion or something that supposedly is going to change what you look like, or something like scar you in some way, or like something. That way
Make
they
you
can.
look horrible.
That way they can in universe explain away.
Man from Uncle is Hugh Grant, and I am a sucker for Hugh Grant.
I do like Hugh Grant.
I am a sucker for anything Hugh Grant is.
I'm excited for the Willy Wonka movie with Hugh Grant.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not happy that
Hugh Grant is one of the few actors that if he's in a movie, my ass is going to that movie.
I'm not happy that they're taking roles away from little people because they don't get a whole lot of work in the film industry, and because
Seven Dwarfs.
because all these companies are now trying to be politically correct. They're not letting little people have these jobs.
Is little people the right term now?
All of them. Little people, midget, and dwarf are all like accepted by some and not others. So you just got to pick which one you want. Pick which people that you want to offend, because you're going to offend someone because they're not little people, they're people. Their case is dwarfism, but they don't like to be called dwarfs. And also midget is like slang and derogatory, but some of them accept it. You can't win.
Okay, it's one of those.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've heard vertically challenged before, but that sounds rude.
Yeah,
That one's not great.
But
anyway-
Seven Dwarfs movie looks fucking awful.
It does.
The Seven Dwarfs movie?
Yeah.
They're making a new.
There's like one dwarf.
They're making a Snow White. They're making a Snow White in the Seven Dwarves movie. There's no dwarves, and Snow White, who's described as having skin as white as snow, is Hispanic or Latino, one of the two. Same
Also-
color.
Latina X.
Also, the ugly stepmother is Gal Gadot. Yeah.
Well, I guess I'm going to see it.
Gal Gadot has like a new fucking like at Mission Impossible James Bond movie out on Netflix right now. Man, it looks awful. I am going to watch it.
She's returning to the Fast and Furious franchise.
Isn't she dead?
Not
No,
anymore.
she's alive.
Okay.
That's
I
why she's
remember
in the
that
movie.
actually. I watched like the last half of that movie.
If you watch my TV show I just made,
Oh,
you
yeah,
can see
yeah,
all
I'll
of
do
it.
that. Yeah, you could. Bitch. I got nothing else to.
And then Indiana Jones.
Yeah, we saw Indiana Jones today, which was
And by we, Nick and I.
yes,
Jeff was supposed to, but
he was
Things happen.
locationally challenged,
yeah.
Vertically challenged, yes.
geographically challenged.
Just
Yeah.
challenged.
These are all true.
Better than I thought it would be.
Better and worse than I thought it would be. The
Hated the main character woman.
yeah, so his goddaughter, I thought she was
Insufferable.
an
Awful.
asshole
Yep.
for I loved her for the first 10 minutes, then I hated her until shit started to hit the fan, and then I thought she was fine. It's just that entire middle section, she was an asshole the entire
Is it
time.
Laura Croft?
No. That would,
Antonio Banderas is in it.
he is in it. So if I was to rank the indie films, it would be Raiders, Holy Grail, or like Last Crusade. The second one,
Temple of Doom.
Temple of Doom.
I hate Temple of Doom.
It's grown on me. So then Temple of Doom, I would rank Dial of Destiny next, then Crystal Skull, but Dial of Destiny was like a very heavy movie, so like I would probably watch Crystal Skull
I think
more
Crystal
often.
Skull was a more enjoyable movie.
It was more lighthearted and fun, where this was like, let's get serious. The CGI was great in this movie, though.
That was wild.
Young Harrison
Yeah,
Ford.
they have, like young Harrison Ford for like 20 minutes at the beginning of the movie, and it's just young Harrison Ford kicking ass.
The only thing that you can tell, and then they did like semi-young Harrison Ford in the middle of the
Yeah.
movie. So the only thing you can tell is Harrison Ford actually was playing his younger version. They very rarely had, like, only for stunts did they use a double. So it's actually Harrison Ford sitting there. When he walks like old Harrison Ford.
Yeah.
Like, he doesn't have like that youngness of how he walked. He walks like an old man.
It was weird seeing him without a shirt.
And then also
Was it
he
hot?
sounds
Older,
like
like
old
rowdier.
Harrison Ford, like, because young Harrison, like Harrison in Last Crusade versus Harrison now sound slightly different, like more raspy voice. So he has his voice and his walk and his body, but the face, which they did not do, they didn't like CGI per se his face. They deep faked his face. And Lucasfilm's deep faking technology is so good. Also, Lucasfilm has Harrison Ford's entire career on film. They have him in all Indiana Jones and all Star Wars movies. So they used footage of that and put his actual face over top of his face. And it is pristine. The only time I noticed it was at one point he got punched in the face, and when he whipped his head to the side, like I could kind of see like a little funkiness like at the hairline going down to his jaw.
There was that same problem with the Mark Hamill de-aging and Mando.
Yeah, they did the same thing.
Whenever there's a head snap in with the de-aging shit, you can see
it's not
quite right.
it's not perfect.
If they lean or
a
there's
lot
head
of time
snapper.
with people's faces, first of all, you shoot them from one of, like, you can see the front of their face. You can see both eyes usually at all times. Very rarely do you not. So when you're deep faking and you turn your head to where you only see one eye, that you don't have enough data to really make that perfect normally. Good.
Yeah.
Good movie. Sort of disappointed by the ending, but
Good.
I like the ending. I think that was a very good ending.
there was just that one spot that I didn't really like. It's kind of like the jump, like how we were talking about, like the jump on Barbie of how you got from point A to point B. Like Indiana Jones had like a similar issue where like they just jumped to a next part and I'm supposed to accept it. Like I didn't really care for that.
My brain's having a stroke.
I don't know. They discuss his son from the fourth movie. Wild. I won't spoil it for anyone. Actually, the movie's, by the time this comes out, it's been 2 months. The movie's out of theaters. Yeah. He doesn't care that much, do you?
What are we even talking about?
If I
Indiana
spoil
Jones.
parts of the movie.
Do not fucking care.
Okay. So they kill his son, Shia LaBeouf.
Oh, no.
He apparently between 4 and 5 signed up for the war and got killed, and that's a fairly big plot point throughout the movie.
Because the fourth movie was set in 50s, right?
Cold War.
Cool. So yeah, 50s.
Sure.
You shut the fuck up. You just stared at his ass for minutes.
I'm not gonna lie. Oh, so the main
Beer.
the main bad guy's henchman, the blonde dude with mustache.
Yeah, from Logan.
It's your dad?
I didn't know he was in Logan. That's also the main villain from this new Justified series.
Yep. He's the main villain in Logan too.
His acting's growing on me. I actually really like it.
Here's the thing: he plays intense assholes, and it's hard to digest. He's a hard to like. He always chooses roles that the role itself is hard for me to digest. That someone can act like that. I'm sure that means he's a great actor. He just always chooses very similar roles every time he does anything.
He's a hard character in Justified. Like
I've never seen him do anything where he's nice.
Yeah, that's a fucking good point.
He was a Nazi in this movie.
Yeah.
He was basically the exact same character in Logan. Also, both directed by James Mangold, so that's probably why. But
the black CIA agent, the chick, I actually really liked that character. I thought that was
she was fun.
Yeah, I really liked that character.
I thought she was going to have a bigger part and was going to kind of bring the levity in this movie that needed. I thought the kid, Teddy, was awful.
Those are great.
I did not like Teddy.
They tried to make him short round, but he wasn't short round.
I need them to, but then they teed it up for one more movie. So you gotta do. So. I feel like they teed it up.
I think this is a good send off.
But not like another Indiana Jones, but a short round movie. Like we were talking, I want them to bring back Ke-Huy Quan and have Indiana Jones be his mentor, and then go away at the end of that movie. To pass the torch.
I think
we need some good action adventure movies. We don't do adventure movies anymore.
No one wants them.
I think
what?
So no one wants them.
I do.
Yeah. No, I personally think that like the spirit of adventure is an important thing. So I like
we're so engrossed in having these big blockbusters and these superhero movies.
That's why That's why I loved Uncharted.
I liked Uncharted.
Uncharted was good.
Mm-hmm. I honestly think that was probably one of my favorite movies of last year.
They're trying to reboot Lara Croft again, which
they should stop.
If they can fucking do it right this time.
How are those games?
They are. The first one's a little rough.
Okay.
Well, I feel like Lara Croft is very similar to Uncharted.
Yeah.
So, like, you just...
Uncharted does it better, though.
Is it because it's a man?
Kinda. A little bit.
Most of you won't be able to see it. The way his fucking face was immediately when he answered that. You could tell he's still in the truth. It's because he's a man. Yeah.
I think the first Lara Croft movie was good with Angelina Jolie. I think the first one was fun.
They're remaking Mr. and Mrs. Smith.
I just need this Willy Wonka movie to be good so that way I can actually like Timothée Chalamet.
I haven't seen Dune.
I haven't seen Dune either.
They just played a trailer for the second one, and I'm like, I literally don't care about this.
I heard it was really good, though.
Is it on streaming yet?
Yeah, it's on HBO.
Yep.
Okay. Maybe. It's long as fuck.
I've also heard that.
Mm-hmm. I am very excited for the new Haunting in Venice.
That looks good. The new Haunted Mansion movie looks really good.
I've heard it's bad.
Really?
Haunted Mansion.
I've also never heard of
Disney one?
Yeah, they rebooted it.
Yeah, it looks like shit.
I think it looks good.
I think it looks like shit.
Jeff's not seen anything about it. He's just saying this to be
different. I've seen it.
I think Jared Leto looks scary in that.
I bet
he's the villain.
Bad.
He's the bad ghost.
I didn't know there were villains in this movie.
I think that's probably the main reason I don't want to fucking see the movie.
I don't like Jared Leto, but he looks scary in this, so.
You know what else he looks scary in?
His band.
What?
He's the lead singer in 30 Seconds to Mars.
Yeah.
I hate that. Shows you how much I care about their music.
I do like their music, though.
I was going to say Morbius, because that shit was horrifyingly bad.
Yeah, it was.
I remember I'm pretty sure I was high
the
when I
Marvels
watched
looks
it.
like ass.
I think The Marvels looks really good.
I also haven't seen
Can you guys agree on anything? Like, fucking
I haven't seen a new Marvel project in like a year.
Guardians of the Galaxy 3 is phenomenal.
So good. So good.
You saw it?
Yes, we talked about it.
I don't remember.
But
who the fuck did I see it with? Oh, Paul and Alex and them when we were in Iowa.
Secret Invasion was okay.
I heard the ending was horrible.
A lot of the loudest voices are saying that it's awful. I didn't mind it. I am confused of how they're going to move forward, but I trust Marvel. They've done a good enough job previously,
They knew Marvel.
but their phase 4 and 5 has been rough. But I trust that they are hearing our feedback and are figuring it out.
Blue Beetle, honestly, not gonna lie.
I was excited for Blue Beetle,
Looks
and
interesting.
I've not. After Black Adam, after everything that's happened with Henry Cavill, then I saw Shazam, and that also was terrible.
I haven't seen Shazam.
Yeah,
And
it's on.
I've heard
It's on HBO now.
it's on HBO Max, and
It's just Max, you fuckers.
I've
Still-
heard awful things about The Flash. I am
Yeah, it's
just
very bad.
and then all of a sudden we're announcing and all of this stuff, and the old franchise isn't even done yet, and we're announcing all these big things for the new. I'm just so over DC. Like, I'm so sick of all of it.
I really love the castings for. Should we make this an episode before we go into DC? Should we?
That's fine.
Because I feel like we can get some meat out of DC, and then we can talk about Jeff's deja vu.
Okay.
Jesus, really just pushing that all the way off. It's like not even that important. It was just a topic to throw in the Discord for us.
Well,
It's gonna take me 30 seconds to explain it, and then we're gonna fuck off.
Okay, well, go to youhatetoseeit.net. And
I think I said 6 words this entire episode.
honestly, I'm getting deja vu from us pushing back deja vu.